Assalamu alaikum, my sister. Jannah is beautiful. Jannah is big. Jannah is worth it. Jannah is everything that we possess and even more. I will mention to you one quality through which, inshallah, you can go close to Jannah. But this quality is actually mentioned in the sense that if you do this or if you have this quality, then you will be able to have the shade on the day of Qiyamah when there will be no shade. People will be, very desperate. People will feel burnout. People will feel the scorching heat of the sun. And so if you have this quality, Allah Azza wa Jal will put a shade on you so that you are not affected by this heat. So what is that quality? What is this quality that you can have if you want to, inshallah? I mean, of course, when people are being shaded on the day of judgment, we can say, it's safe enough to say that this person will, inshallah, make it to Jannah with the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal. So what is that quality? So I mentioned yesterday one quality, which is that loving each other for the sake of Allah, two people loving each other for the sake of Allah. And this second quality, this is not necessarily second quality in sequence, in sense of sequency, but it is just one of those qualities. 7 qualities you should have, but this is one of those qualities. So this quality is talking about a person who gives sadaqah, charity. وَرَجُلُ تَصَدَّقَ مِنْ صَدَقَاتٍ فَأَخْفَهَا. A man who gives charity in secret, فَأَخْفَهَا حَتَّى لَا تَعْلَمَ شِمَالُهُ مَا صَنَعَتْ يَمِينُهُ, until his left hand doesn't know what his right hand gave. It means his left hand, he is not even aware. He gives sadaqah in such a way, he keeps it absolutely as secret as possible, as private as possible. He doesn't tell anybody anything that he paid or he spent this money in charity. He did that only for the sake of Allah. Only for the sake of Allah. So when he is doing this, and on the day of judgment, when Allah Azza wa Jalla will see him, and there will be no shade, people will be sweating, people will become desperate, people will have no place to hide, nowhere to go to. They will be all in a pretty messed up situation, to be honest. So that time Allah Azza wa Jalla will provide shade for him, because he spent his money, his sadaqah, he gave sadaqah, charity, that his own self even did not know, or did not even really make count of, or did not have any conscious awareness. I paid this guy, or I spent on this guy this much money, I spend this much money on the other guy. He doesn't keep account of those expenses, because he did that for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, and he even himself, his left hand doesn't know what his right hand gave. So this is one of the ways you can go to Jannah. A lot of the time when we pay sadaqah, we need to make sure that these are kept private. Nobody knows. Only you. Maybe you can know it. I mean, if you forget about it, that's even better, because you want the reward full in Jannah. But if you do pay charity, make sure nobody knows. But there are some other situations where you should let people know your name that you paid, because if that would encourage people to pitch in to help out a project. For example, somebody is building a masjid, or somebody is helping the poor people. If you're making an announcement, if you are exposing your name, the money you spent would help other people to also spend, then of course by all means you can definitely let everybody know that you paid, or other people can make the announcement and let other people know that you paid. But either way, it is always a good idea to hide it, not to reveal, not to tell anybody anything, because you want your reward to be coming from Allah Azza wa Jal, and only from Him. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.